Hey guys, Kairu here. So just wanted to get together a sort of update video to let you guys know kind of my thoughts and feelings on League of Legends, my willingness to play it on it quite honestly, and just how the game has kind of changed for me over the years. So just wanted to make a update video to put everything on the table and let you guys know, hey, where have I been and what are my thoughts ultimately on League of Legends, the purpose of this video. So if you couldn't tell by the title, I'm kind of just done with League of Legends. Really don't enjoy the game anymore. It's something that I honestly haven't been enjoying since probably about Season 9 or so. It's been a long time coming. And just to let you guys know, this isn't the opinions of some new guy. You know, I've been playing League of Legends since Season 3 when Lysandra was released, if any of you can remember that. That's 2013, so I have 7 godforsaken years of League of Legends experience. So all of my opinions and thoughts here are given by veterans, someone who understands the game, has been playing it for a long time. So I just wanted you guys to realize that all the information I'm sharing here is the opinions of somebody who's been playing for quite some time. So how do I feel about League of Legends? Well, quite honestly, not that great. League of Legends, to me, it used to be a game that I was having a lot of fun with, certainly something that I enjoyed a lot when I was a newer player. I was learning the game, having fun with friends, and just enjoying the game. But over time, it's become so much less enjoyable and really feels more like a job than a video game I enjoy. And that's not just because I'm a YouTuber or trying to make YouTube content. It certainly changed from a game that I would look forward to playing almost every day to a game where every time I queued up, my first thoughts were always negative. Like, oh my god, am I going to get a troll? Or is someone going to AFK? Someone going to rage? It's always been so frustrating lately and honestly kind of depressive. So I wanted to break this up into a few sections. So first, we're going to talk about the state of ranked. So I am talking about competitive play. I am not talking about ARAM with your friends. I'm not talking about Earth. I'm not talking about Dominion, if you guys still know what that is back in the day. I am purely talking about queuing up for solo or duo queue, but mostly solo queue, honestly. So what's wrong with ranked? I mean, I don't know how long you guys have been playing ranked, if any of you are new to it or not, but quite honestly, I've been doing it for years, and it's more or less the same. It never changes. You're trying to climb ranks as much as you can, and you're always worried about, like I was saying before, whether or not you're going to get a troll or an AFK, or just someone who wants to commit game-ruining behavior. Now, something with League of Legends that's just so unique to, any other video game I played is it's such a time investment. Every character is unique, they all have their role to play, and they all come together to win a game as 5 versus 5. Now, this is such a groundbreaking concept for gaming, especially back when I started playing in 2013, or when League even released, I think, in 2010. I was revolutionary, Before that, it was just first-person shooters. You might have played Call of Duty or Halo or something, but now, a game like this, everybody's a unique champion, and they have their own role to play. And in ranked, that is really a double-edged sword. Yes, it's really fun to build all these team compositions and stuff, but when you're playing with randoms, when you have a guy on your team in ranked specifically who doesn't know what he's doing, it can get very frustrating when someone costs you the game, or someone's just trolling and they don't want to play. There's a whole sort of problems that can go wrong. And unlike Call of Duty or Halo, you can't just carry them. If someone wants to leave the game or troll, it's incredibly difficult to win a 4v5. I know everybody likes to claim it's winnable and stuff all the time, but be honest, guys, it's incredibly difficult and destroys your mental health playing the game when you have a troll who doesn't want to win and you're trying to win. In ranked especially, this can cost you big. You could lose your promos, getting demoted, be stuck in this endless cycle of winning and losing. It's very frustrating when someone doesn't want to win the game. It's so different than any other game I played, keep saying Call of Duty and Halo, but even other games maybe Overwatch or some survival battle royale like PUBG, you can always carry much easier, but in this game, it is so incredibly team reliant that when you put 5 idiots together, and try to make them on the same team, it's so incredibly frustrating. And when you lose a game that you spent 40, 50 minutes of your life in, and you're going for platinum, you're going for diamond, you're going for masters, and you lose that promo, honestly, it feels like a part of you has been like ripped out of your soul. Like for me at least, and I think a lot of other players share this, like it raises your fucking blood pressure when you're playing this intense promo game and you have a troll who doesn't want to win and you lose. You know, you just wasted an hour of your life and you think, wow, if this guy tried a little harder, I might have been able to win. And it's so incredibly frustrating. Like where the point, like I was saying before, where it doesn't feel like a game, it feels like a job. Like you had to put your blood, sweat, and tears to this. You know, if dad came in and asked, "Are you winning, son?" You know, you had to say, "Shut up, dad." You know, I'm playing my game. I'm playing my promos. Or mom, or your sister, your brother. It doesn't matter, because when you're playing League of Legends, it's the only thing that matters more than honestly life itself, which is like crazy to say. But when you're in those promos, and people who've gone like higher elo can appreciate this a bit more if you're Diamond Plus or have made it maybe Platinum Plus. When you're going for those hardcore promos, you're playing in Iron and Bronze, it gets really serious and you want to win, like no matter what, more than anything in life, you know. And when you lose with those randoms of solo duoku, it's just so incredibly frustrating. So we covered the inters and ragers, but also in ranked, you got to think about, like, what about yourself? You know, like, if you're having a bad game, like, it can affect your, like, mental so bad that, you know, you kind of want to run it down in a side lane if you're a top laner, or maybe if you're AD carry, you run it down bot lane. If you're jungle, you're saying, I'm not ganking anymore. You know, you commit to this, like, soft inting toxic behavior because things aren't really going in your way. And in League of Legends specifically, the odds stack against you when you start losing. You know, somebody gets first blood bonus, somebody's on a killing spree, you know, you're getting ganked all the time. It just makes you hate, like, the game you're playing and then instantly blame your teammates. Like, especially if you're a top laner and you're getting camped by the enemy jungle, your first thought is, where's my jungle, not how can I play better? And that's the majority of players, you know. It really is this environment in which you just want yourself to do the best you possibly can, and if you're not, it's your team's fault. And that's just the majority of ranked competitive play. It's so team focused that if something goes wrong, and this is the same in higher elo, you know, watch Tyler 1, people always look to blame each other. Okay, next let's talk about toxicity, and boy, do we have a lot of that. Have any of you literally ever played a game that is more toxic than League of Legends? Like, I had this Lulu in one of my games that were, like, looking up my win rate and saying, oh, you suck against this matchup, I'm not going to listen to you, like, in Champion Select before the game even started. I have never played a game more toxic than League of Legends, or that makes me more angry and toxic myself than League of Legends. No Call of Duty, no Halo, no Overwatch, no PUBG, Warzone, whatever you want to play, none of it is nearly as incredibly frustrating as League of Legends, or as toxic with other people. So I don't really need to explain this to you guys too much. You see it before. You know, I have several examples here where people will just cuss each other out. You know, they'll wish death or cancer upon each other. You know, they will just do anything they can to not win the game cooperatively when something goes wrong. You know, things turn into a blame game to the point where most of my games, I just mute my teammates, you know, which is not a very good way to win, because it's just so incredibly toxic, like, everywhere. You see that on your team, you see that even on the enemy team, you can see them arguing in all chat. The game is just so incredibly toxic because this again goes back to my earlier point that it's such a heavily team-focused game where if you have even one person who doesn't want to win, it's incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to win yourself. So when you're playing League of Legends, it's just too team-reliant. It becomes too frustrating, and either you're subject to a bunch of toxic behavior yourself, or you might even become toxic when you're doing so well. You know, like plenty of games where I do well in the top lane, and then my bot lane's 0-7, and they're talking about my mistakes or something. I'm like, you guys are 0-7, you know, shut the hell up. But it's what happens. You know, the game makes yourself toxic. It makes your teammates toxic and everything. And don't even get me started with pings, missing pings, back pings, people just pinging you're alive and everything. I can't believe Riot did that, the whole you're alive ping. Like, that's just crazy. People do that all the time, and it's incredibly toxic. I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, to the point where Riot even had to add a button to disable pings from your allies because it was so incredibly toxic. Like, what other game could you imagine them disabling pings in, like, Call of Duty's Warzone? Like, no way. You know, but only League of Legends can be that toxic. Next, I want to talk about friends or friendship in League of Legends. I don't know how many of you guys play with your friends in League. You know, it can be a fun game. It can be an incredibly frustrating game. You know, especially when you're playing competitively. Like, maybe you're playing Clash, or you're playing ranked 5s, 3s, whatever. You know, the game can get very frustrating, even with your friends, even normal games, you know, because it all goes back to what I'm saying. It's an incredibly team-focused game that relies on, quite honestly, your weakest link. So if you have a friend I've been subject to this many times where I have a friend who's much worse than me, who's doing a very bad job. It's sad enough to say I have flamed friends before, and that's not something I really want to do, It's something that I wouldn't care about in any other game nearly as much. Maybe you talk shit to your friends all the time, ha ha. But in like League of Legends, you're playing ranked with a friend, and the same situation where you're going for your diamond, you're going for your plat, masters, what have you. If your friend's screwing you over and they want to leave the game or they're running it down or whatever, you become incredibly toxic yourself, and you want to cuss your friend out. You want to tell your friend to get his shit together, to the point where it's beyond joking, and you really just like resent this person because of the game. It all goes back to the game. And it's a profound experience. It's like only the League of Legends could either help strengthen a friendship, which I think is rare, like maybe if you're only playing ARAM, or more than likely weaken a friendship. And I've seen plenty of comments about this online and other League of Legends communities where this game really makes you turn on your friends. Like, if things go wrong horribly and there's someone like obviously to blame, the blame game can be strong, and if people start blaming each other, it can be pretty bad. And unfortunately, I've had arguments with friends before when I think they're doing something wrong. This game just like kind of makes everyone toxic, so to speak. And I'm still talking about more of that competitive sphere. I'm not talking about ARAM. Who cares about going 0-20 and building AP Renekton in ARAM. I'm specifically talking about when you're playing like Summoner's Rift, more importantly ranked, but even normal games. You can really bring out the worst in people this game when things go wrong. Next, I want to talk about fun. Is League of Legends fun? Overall, no, it's not a fun game. It's a game that is incredibly frustrating, toxic for all the reasons I said before. But damn it really used to be fun. And I think this is like a growing thing I've seen with a lot of other people in like separate League of Legends communities, is that if you've been playing the game for a long time, like you veterans here who might be listening, you understand how the game used to feel for you, back when it was newer, things were maybe less toxic because there's less players, less people knowing what they're doing and tryharding. The game was honestly more fun, people more learning, but things of that nature. But as the game progresses, new champions release, people get generally more skilled. Over the years, the game just slowly became more and more toxic and more anti-fun, so to speak. So I'm going to say like a split to this. Like in general, if you're playing competitive sweat, you are only having fun when you're winning. If you are not winning, you hate life, you hate League of Legends, and you never want to play the game again when you lose that promo again, This can be a lot of games, but not every game, like, I know I keep harping on the example, but like Call of Duty, if I'm losing the game, but I'm doing well myself, I call to get my kill streaks and stuff, like, I don't really care that we lost, but League of Legends, if I'm doing well and I lose, I'm super pissed off. I don't even care that I did well. I'm just looking to blame people. I'm looking to be toxic. I'm thinking about what an idiot this MF bot lane is, or whoever wants to try the new champion. They have no idea what they're doing, Just pisses me off, So, like, honestly, I know a lot of other people feel this way, and it's just, like, League of Legends is, like, not fun. I think it's a love-hate relationship is a great way to describe it. The only way it can be generally fun without much consequence is if you're playing ARAM, Earth, or maybe normal games, but even for me, normal games get pretty toxic. But if you're playing ranked, or you're just tryharding in Clash, maybe you're doing scrims or whatever, it's not fun unless you're winning. You didn't have fun, like, getting pissed off at your friends that you were losing, or getting pissed off at yourself for playing bad, or getting clapped. That wasn't fun at all. Even if you did well and you lose, it's still not fun. So, in general, I'm going to say League of Legends is a love-hate relationship, and I know a lot of people feel this way as well, so it's just something that is in the nature of the game, which, again, goes back to how incredibly time-consuming it is, how much effort you have to put into trying your very best to win the game, especially with the length of the game, Not just 10-minute matches, but we're talking 30, 40, even 50-plus minute games. And really, I don't think League of Legends is as fun as it is more of an addiction, really. Like, when you really get going to this game and you're grinding it out, trying to be the best with your champion, trying to try different runes, builds, things of that nature, and generally just climb rank, I think a lot of the fun just comes through general gaming addiction. And when I talk about addiction, I'm going to say I was, like, hyper addicted to this game. Like, I started 2013, I was still in high school, and back then in high school, it was like, should I go to the party? Should I go to the football game or whatever? Nah, I think I'm going to play League of Legends. You know, it's like those type of situations where it's like a game is so incredibly addictive that it makes you want to like choose against your social life, or like you're just like, I can play League of Legends for 8 hours today, you know, and that's like the type of fun that it was back then, like when it was new and stuff, and then it just grew, which I think is the case for most people. You see popular streamers talk about this all the time. So, you know, you want to quit, but you're addicted, so you can't quit.
Sick of this fucking company. The trash! Fix the game! It sucks playing the shit! And I'm fucking addicted! So I can't quit! I'm so sick of this shit!
It's all just addiction, you know. It's like, feels like a drug, honestly, when you're playing League of Legends and you're really into it. Especially for those older players will know what I'm talking about when you were first starting out versus kind of how you feel about it now. Don't know how new players feel today, people who started in like Season 9 or Season 10. Maybe comment below if you think the game is like incredibly fun or diverse, but I think a lot of the veterans will agree with me when I say, oh yeah, you'll get to the point where you hate this shit and you never want to do it again. You know, you'll definitely get to that point where the addiction can hit its limit. And that's through when you have enough toxicity, when you have enough trolls, when you feel poorly enough because your own team is like flaming you and personally attacking you, you know, in the chat or whatever.
At this time that I called this Malphite a worthless, brain-dead scum bastard, pile of trash, mental dick face that should be gunned down in the street like the degenerate he is.
That's just what can go wrong with League of Legends, and it's something like unique to this game, you know. I think the shit talk in this game is significantly more impactful than any other game. Like, you want to talk about Call of Duty, Halo, yeah, people talk smack all the time, but especially in League of Legends when it's so incredibly skill reliant and time consuming, it hurts, you know, when you're getting flamed, and it becomes entirely addictive because of how time investment heavy this game is, how incredibly strenuous it is, how much effort you have to put into being the best you can possibly be, which is not the case for, quite frankly, any other game I've played. Maybe other MOBAs, but certainly not other genres of games. Alright guys, to wrap up, let's just talk about me, you know. Personally, you saw the title of the video, you saw the thumbnail. Am I quitting League? For now, I think the best way would be to describe it as a longer term break. You know, not just a couple of weeks, maybe a few months, maybe even a year. I really need to see some serious changes from Riot to make me come back to this game for now. They need to address the aforementioned issues. Like, I want to see people, like, especially in ranked, getting, like, banned quickly for longer periods of time. And, you know, to get around people switching to Source, maybe they can impose IP address bans or device bans if that's possible, which it definitely should be in 2020. Anti-toxicity measures, more of them, you know, like auto-muting, chat, you know, disabling things of that nature. But there's just so many different avenues that Riot can take to try to fix the game. It's not going to change the core feeling of the frustration you have when you're so heavily invested in a game that just sucks up 40, 50, 60 minutes of your life, you know? But it is going to make it a lot more tolerable if Riot starts instituting like zero policy, one strike rules, or like two strike rules, where you're much more heavily punishing players, especially in ranked. Like, I think if you're gonna run it down, you know, you're gonna AFK or you're gonna run it down, that should just be automatic 2 weeks. It shouldn't be a warning. It shouldn't be 48. It should be automatic 2 weeks because it's ranked. And I think a lot of players would agree with that. It just should not exist in ranked. If you want to troll, go to normals, go to ARAM. You know, just shouldn't exist in ranked. But you know, just wrapping things up here specifically for me, I am quitting League for now, taking a break. We'll have to see. You know, I don't know if I'll be back. It's likely I will because I've been addicted many times, but right now I have no interest, and I probably won't for months. I'll have to see what Riot does. So for the future of this channel, I'm honestly going to make a pivot more to other mainstream games. It might be some Call of Duty, definitely Halo Infinite, things of that nature. I really love first-person shooters. I have for a while, so you're probably going to start seeing more of that content, and honestly, a stop of League of Legends content. So I apologize to the subscribers who have been here for so long, seeing the York gameplay rise, but honestly, you know, I have to do what's best for me, my mental health, and like what I enjoy playing. Because you guys, honestly, you aren't gonna like content where I'm forcing myself to play something, forcing myself to pretend I enjoy it. You know, you're gonna notice it. You're gonna notice that I hate this shit and that I'm just incredibly toxic and I don't want to be here. So that just isn't good for anybody involved, not for my subscribers or myself. You know, I want to feel like I'm genuinely caring about something and giving you guys the best I can possibly give. And right now, League of Legends doesn't do that for me. So I hope you guys continue to support the channel. You know, certainly if you support me, it shouldn't matter what I'm playing or doing, but I certainly understand those of you who only want to see the shovel band clap, you know, or only want to see League of Legends. So, you know, I want to say that there will be a return to League of Legends in the future. I just need to see much more involvement from Riot, because right now it's just horrible, and it quite honestly like destroys morale, mental health, and everything. It's just not a fun game, not something I want to associate myself with right now. So again, future of the channel is going to probably switch to other games, and we'll just take it from there. But yeah, if you guys stuck around in the video this long, you're definitely someone who gives a shit, definitely a subscriber, so I appreciate you sticking around in the video this long. If you're new to the channel, you know, you now understand my position, so thanks for watching this long, and I hope to see you guys in future videos when I make a move to whatever my next game is. Again, probably first-person shooter stuff, something like that, but you'll see in the uploads. So thanks for watching my sort of review on League of Legends here. Definitely reach out in the comments below if you guys have any sort of follow-up, and thanks. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. You know, I really appreciated it if you stuck around to this end of the video. You know, it really took a lot for me to make this, and I was seriously debating whether or not I should be even uploading it. You know, it's kind of like the end of my League of Legends career on YouTube, so to speak. Not necessarily, I don't want to say anything is definite, but just at the current state of League of Legends at this time, I want to quit. And the reason I say I think you should too is, you know, if you're the ways I described in the video where you just, you know, kind of get depressed with this game, you find yourself very toxic, or it becomes more important than your social life or general enjoyment, then you should consider quitting or at least limiting it as well. As far as the future of this channel goes, you know, I'm not entirely sure yet. Like I keep saying, first-person shooters, maybe some other sort of content like that, but you know, if you're here for things Kairu, not necessarily just Yorick and Shovelman, League of Legends, you know, then you are my true subscribers, my true viewers, and I'm happy to have you here. And anyone just watching this video and wants to see more of what I'll do in the future, please feel free to follow. Just wanted to give you guys full transparency and disclosure here that I want to continue making videos that I enjoy and I like, because I feel like you guys will also find enjoyment if the creator themselves are happy. So with that in mind, I just wanted to be completely clear and transparent with you guys. Again, thanks for watching this longer video here and this update for the channel. I hope this video was informative and helpful to you who might, viewers who might share similar sentiments as I do. Thanks again.